Welcome to Accelerated Solutions vlog. So one of the things we're going to start in 2020 is a Q&A, question and answer. You can DM us, email us, text us, send us your questions, and we're going to answer them. One of the biggest questions I get, and I got it a couple times this weekend from family over Christmas dinner, is how did I get started? I thought doing videos about different entities and some of that stuff would be better, but some people want to know the journey. So I guess let's get started. I started out working in the corporate world for a lot of years. Told what to do, was rising up. But what I started to learn was the more successful I got, the more time I spent away from my family. Okay, that started to get a little bit of weird. Well, then all of a sudden they wanted me to move. It was a promotion. I was moving out of state. It was a great thing, but I didn't want to move. I did not want to go down south. I never wanted to be south of the Mason-Dixon line. Well, that brings me to the next point, is I was keeping up with the Joneses. I was living the corporate world, the corporate life, the corporate big house, the new car, the boat. Well, that was pretty stupid because I didn't want to move. And I had to move because I had so much personal debt, couldn't afford not to. So I moved and I said, nobody's ever going to control me like this again. So at that point, we went ahead and we sold the house, bought a lot smaller house, sold my dream truck, crew cab, four-wheel drive. Yeah, sorry, Tim Allen, I stole that, but hey, it's the truth. We started living a simpler life. At that point, I started seeing people laid off because of their age, because of where they lived, because they had too many cocktails at a business dinner and pissed off the wrong person. Then I'm like, wow, is this really job security? Then someone very close to me who worked for a corporation for 26 years, they closed the doors. He was going to retire from there. And I'm like, wow, my future is in control of these people? No, that's not going to happen. So as I traveled, I started listening to a lot more audiobooks and started going crazy trying to get as much information as I can. So as I did more and more audiobooks, there's actually, and I'll give them a plug, Simply Audio, and they were amazing. I did a 2-program deal. I would swap out the CDs, and I was always listening to great stuff. I probably have a Master's Plus degree, but just in CD-ROM. But as we continue to go through this process, I learned more, and then I realized that I needed to start a business. So at that point, I went ahead and started doing a little bit of side work here and there. I've always been a hustler because I always wanted things. But the weird part is, my wife was the assistant for a realtor and a property manager. So we kind of just started helping her out, doing a little bit here, a little bit there on some of these houses. We started with our broom and our vacuum right of our house. No company vehicles. We'd load some stuff up, we'd go there. As we learned what we were doing, we started to reinvest. So instead of taking that money and buying a new watch and buying new shoes and all that kind of stuff, we then decided to reinvest every penny. So professionally, my career, we were paying off debt. Well, now at the same time, I was hustling on the side, reinvesting every dollar we made. So it went from our own vacuum, pine saw out of the kitchen, to all of a sudden now we have a commercial vacuum, and now we have a commercial broom, and now we have commercial cleaning supplies, and now we have bottles, and this continued, and we continue to reinvest. Now, there's a lot of long days and a lot of long hours, but it was worth it. Because at the end of that, one day we woke up, and I still had my corporate job, and we had our business. Well, that business was providing income now. And we had vans and trailers and equipment, and we were doing all kinds of different services, not just the cleaning, pressure washing, carpet cleaning, tile and grout. Well, then that started yielding even higher revenues and even higher profit margins, which then turned around and did a snowball and continued to make even more. So as we continued to do that, we then became in control of our destiny. We then became out of debt, and then we started creating a secondary income. Then one day we kind of woke up and said, wait a minute. We don't want to live here. We never wanted to live here. Why are we living here? So we retired from that company and we sold our business. Moved back to Michigan where we're at now, where we've started a couple different companies. And with that, we're now snowballing that process. We have one company that's a franchise, we're franchisees, and that actually pays our bills and our income. Then we started a secondary company, which is Accelerated Solutions, and that's like an admin company. And we kind of use that company to run our other one, as well as we also started another cleaning company. So now as we're doing the cleaning thing, we run into deals, right? Because now you're showing up. This is what those motivational speakers in 2019 said. You're showing up. That's number one. Well, because we went to bid a house to clean it, now all of a sudden we found out that those people want to sell the house. They want to sell it fast. We then bought a rental house. Great. Cash flowed very nicely. We're now into the rental income, passive income. Waited. The market grew back up. We sold it. We did very well. Let's just say that. Well, then we're able to take that money and roll it into another business. And now we're flipping another house, and we're also looking at working on an apartment building. So a lot of people get paralyzed and like, well, I can't start a big business. I can't go through all that process. You can. You start in your side. You don't get rich at your day job. You get wealthy on the side. Start it. It doesn't matter if it's with a computer, with this camera, just like this vlog. Let's face it, guys. We know I'm not a professional photographer. We know I'm not a professional actor. But we're showing up, we're doing it, and that's okay. So the process is what you need to do, is get out there. We did start out as doing business as an assumed name. Then we started to learn that with that, we were holding ourselves out there for liability. If we were to hurt somebody, we were to damage a property, now all of a sudden they come after Dennis and Joellen, not after the company. That's when we had created a company, started buying equipment, made sure we kept the finances separate, advertising, that way there was no issue, no question. So now we kind of do the same thing with the different businesses. And that's kind of what our goal is here with Accelerated Solutions, is to really help people. We're not looking to sell you a bunch of services, but we do want to help you. We want to be part of your journey. And that's why in 2020, we're going to start seeing these I'm going to call them wannabe entrepreneurs. Because right now, being an entrepreneur is cool, but it's all up to them. We're not going to force anybody. We're not going to push them. What we're going to do is help them. They want our help, we're going to help them. We can run the admin side. We can help them create all kinds of different things because there's so much out there and so many things to read. You got to find a relationship that you can trust. So the point of this video is we want to make sure that you guys can go out there and start. It doesn't matter if it's in real estate, help somebody. Offer to work for free. I've worked for free. And let me tell you, I paid for plenty of educations along the way, which is mistakes. You call a house flipper. Hey, let me come and work on your house. I'll come out there for 2 days free if you walk me through your process. Do you think somebody's not going to do that? Because even though the news and everything out there tells us all these people are bad, there's a lot of good people. The difference is those good people are at work. Those good people are at Boy Scout meetings, Girl Scout meetings. They're at Little League, football games. Those are the people that you need to get connected with. And those people aren't the ones out there kicking, screaming, and trying to get your attention to sell you a bunch of stuff. Those are the people that are in the daily grind, and those are the people that you can trust and be part of. So with that being said, we're going to kind of kick off this Q&A in 2020. So if you want, check us out on Instagram, text us, go to our website, which is acceleratedsolutionsllc.net, and fill out the contact information with your question. We're not going to bombard you with a bunch of sales stuff. We're not going to pressure you. We actually want to create a community and have a Q&A. So we're going to get questions throughout the week, and the following week we'll do a video and we'll answer those questions. But in the meantime, we're here to help you grow your income and also to create an amazing legacy for your family.